Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakorash. Forgive me the spirit to do the lesson on today. Lord willing to feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honor to the apostles of the elders, great millstone, who taught us this 100% truth, according to the spirits to be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect that they're pushing his word to the four corners of the earth's sincerity. And peace and blessings to the hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect. So I say shalom. And once again, I want to say call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakorash. Forgive me the spirit to do the lesson today. Lord, willing to feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Now you're going to see by the title, it's going to be directed towards the line, you know what I'm saying, towards the lines of sparing that rod. Spare not the rod. You know what I'm saying? Spare not the rod. Or something down, spare not the rod, or demonizing sparing the rod. Demonizing sparing not the rod. One of those two. But pretty much you're going to see a picture, and I'm going to try to record the video and put it on there. I hope I don't get copyrighted for it. But pretty much you see a man's daughter, right? And his daughter is shaking her ass and doing whole-like activities. You know, she's twerking, and he pops her for twerking. But he gets a lot. But the things is I'm gonna put a screenshot, but it says pretty much father receives backlash for popping his daughter, right? And that right there lets you know alone that we live in Babylon the Great, man. Because pursuant to the scripture, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And with that being said, that means that everything that is adverse towards the scriptures, which one of the things that the scriptures mentions, which I'm going to pull, is to spare not the rod, to chasten your kid. It speaks about how a father chasten not his son. He don't love his son. You know what I'm saying? You don't use that shows that you don't love the son. And then if you look at it, the Lord is literally showing us right now what it looks like when you don't initiate his law and statute commandments as the forefront, as the moral standpoint of society. By you not sparing the rod of your kid, a lot of kids grow up and get probably shot down in the streets, or they be there's a lot of aspects. They lose respect. They don't have no respect for their parents, no respect for their elders. It's just so on and so forth, man. It's just et cetera, et cetera. You'll see the results of what it looks like when you don't initiate righteousness as the forefront, being the law and statute commandments as the moral standpoint. So like the law and statute commandments as the moral standpoint, man. But as it says in Habakkuk 2, man, he as a matter of fact, I'm gonna read the scripture. Actually, I'm gonna get it, Habakkuk 2, because it describes the man that is in rulership, describes what he pushes forth. This is Habakkuk chapter 2. Wrong one. This Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith." Exactly. And who is this talking about? It's talking about Esau, Edom. Because his soul that is lifted up in him is not upright, because the Lord didn't fashion him to be upright. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you go into Jerusalem, when you go into the word Jerusalem, which is the Lord, he refers to it as Jerusalem, Israel. You know what I'm saying? Jerusalem, which in the Hebrew, which is Yashawan, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, which means upright, pretty much. It means upright, Yashawan, upright. Jerusalem, Yashawan, upright. You know what I'm saying? When you go into it, and that's the nation Israel. We are the upright ones. But the other nations, especially Esau, you know, pursuing the Proverbs, the Lord said he created all things, yea, even the wicked for the day of doom. So in Deuteronomy 2, I think it's 32-39, he formed a light, created darkness. So when the Lord created light, which is the Israelites, he created darkness too, bringing a balance. You know what I'm saying? Bringing a balance, because of the false domination, it's a balance, a slack. I'm speaking too fast. Let me slow down. Whew, slack. Pretty much, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So he made light and dark. With that being said, we're looking at a display of darkness being ruled, being ruler, or being in the jurisdiction seat, which was set up by Yahweh Shai, which allowed the devil to rule for a season. And we see that because this man pops his daughter because she was twerking, And y'all are giving him backlash when that was righteous. That was righteous. Because scripture say, what did it say? Woe unto you that call good evil and call evil good and put bitter for good. And you know what I'm saying? Loosely paraphrasing it. So the woe means destruction. Why? Because if you're calling good evil, you're saying that those adverse acts towards the way, the standard that the Lord wants to be played out on the planet Earth, those are the adverse acts are good acts, which they're not, because they're adverse to the way that the Lord wants to be played out on the planet Earth. And you can see, because think about it, the man that he has in rulership is named Satan. He comes after the vibration of Satan, pursuing the 2 Thessalonians, the vibration of Satan. What does it mean to come out of the vibration? It means the workings of Satan. So he comes after the workings of an adverse type of mindset, adverse type of conduct. Esau has adverse conduct. That's why he's called the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Between Malachi, the border of wickedness. Wherever he steps his foot at, wherever he takes territory, and himself, he is the border of wickedness. And he brings forth death. So I'm going to keep reading this. This is verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine. And how he transgresses by wine? He's been given a power seat to transgress by wine. And what is his wine? His wine, what it says in Jeremiah 7, Babylon is a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and have made the nations drunken and are mad. That's that wine. What did these nations drink down? They drunk down the ways of Babylon the Great, pursuant to their the political system. You know what I'm saying? The sodomy, the every ill thing, all the wicked shit that Babylon the Great stands for and pushes forth, the other nations have drunk it down. And he transgressed by wine. So in his jurisdiction, what it say, Sirach? Because of unrighteous dealings and riches got by the sea. So his unrighteous dealings, so in his he transgressed by wine. That shows he's adverse. What is a transgression? It's when you a transgressor, pretty much you transgressing the law. You know what I'm saying? You're breaking the law. So in his wine, his law that he pushes out, it goes against the order that the Lord wants to be played out on the planet Earth. But it says he is a proud man, which we know. Obadiah tells you all about that nigga. Neither keepeth at home. We see that. He got all these puppet governments set up and militaries all scattered upon the earth. And what else it says? Who enlarges his desire as hell. You know what I'm saying? And is at death and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. And exactly. And we see he can't be satisfied. He's going to because he wants to be like the Most High. He's going to the extent to see up everybody. That shows you that he can't be satisfied. He got to put an implantable charagma inside of everybody because he wants to be like the Most High, man. He can't be satisfied. Even Ezekiel says that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I hasn't hated blood, blood should pursue it. He couldn't be satisfied, man. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to it, it said that his desire as hell and is as death. This devil desires to bring a horrible living condition to the masses of the earth, man. That's just what he is. He's a wicked. It said he works iniquity upon his rest. You know what I'm saying? Loosely paraphrasing. So when this devil's at rest, he's working iniquity. He's figuring out how can he bring hell to the planet Earth, specifically to you so-called Native American Latinos and blacks. He's trying to figure out how to bring hell, and hell is not no fiery place. It's a condition. It's a living condition, or a condition that somebody's in. You know what I'm saying? Then it says, who enlarges desires hell and is at death. So this nigga is death. But why is he death? Because he's the wicked. And with him being wicked, he adverse towards the scriptures. So what does that mean? Because if the Lord way brings life, that means that something that is opposite brings death. So he's death. So you not spanking your kids brings forth death in this earth. It brings forth lack of respect. All types of things, man, could come from you not not spanking your kids, man. And it's funny because that's how you notice that the Lord didn't impart into the woman wisdom, because the main people that don't want to spank their kids is a woman. Or be a woman. And I'm pretty sure because I try to read the comments and find a backlash, and I couldn't really see it. A lot of people saying that's his kid, he could do what he want to do, you know, so it wasn't too much going on. But they said he received backlash, so clearly he did. I guarantee you majority of the backlash came from the woman. You don't need to spank her. You got to talk to him in the corner. See, that's y'all learning the way of the heathen. That's Esau shit. Esau, he talked to his kid and put their ass in a corner. And what you know next? Kevin's up there, a fucking Zane's over there. No, mom. Fuck yeah. You know, showing no respect. And it's in the Ten Commandments, you know what I'm saying? Honor thy father and thy mother, man. And that goes, of course, it's more than just, you know what I'm saying, respecting them, but it goes to how you live your lifestyle to honor them too. But we use for the senses this first, it starts off with respecting and holding your parents at reverence, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't spank if you don't spank your kid, the result of you not spanking your kid could result in them not reverencing you later in life as they get older. You know what I'm saying? So I want to read the scripture that actually says it. And, you know, Proverbs, you know, which was written pretty much by King Solomon. You know what I'm saying? It's Proverbs chapter 23, verse, let me see. With point 14, there you go. Well, we can read it in there too. This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 14 in the NLT. It says, physical discipline may well save them from death. I'll read it again. It says physical discipline, not verbal, physical. What's a form of physical discipline? Whooping your kid. That's a form of physical discipline. Hey, go stand in the corner is not physical discipline. That's the way to discipline your kids. You could tell them go stand in the corner, and if they slouch over, hit them with the belt. But that's the form of physical discipline. Then the KJV just says it even better. Thou shalt beat him with the rod. As a matter of fact, let me go up. It says, it's like in verse 13, it says, withhold not correction from the child. For if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. And I'm reading it in the NLT. I want to see the NLT. It says, don't fail to discipline your children. They won't die if you spank them. You know what I'm saying? They won't die if you spank them. You know, I remember when I was little, mama, dad, you are killing me. Boy, I ain't killing you. Or father or dad, boy, be quiet, I ain't killing you. You know, it's funny, but yeah, it says, don't fail to discipline your child. They won't die if you spank them. You spanking the child, that act is a righteous act, man. That is the standard that the Lord wants to be played on the planet Earth. Now, of course, in the kingdom, no Israelite will have to spank another Israelite, but you heathens gonna practice the way that the Lord wants to be played out upon earth, which is written in these scriptures, which the Israelites gonna show you, and we're gonna be priests, so we're gonna initiate the Lord's work upon planet Earth. Make sure you heathens are spanking your children, you know. So yeah, Lord, when this is edifying to the prosperity of Yahweh Shem Shai, and feeds you lemon sheets of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? I want to get them honor to the apostles, the elders of the great millstone. And obviously call Allah Yahweh, Bashim Abashai, Bashim Rachakodash. And just really just going in on that, man. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know right there that Esau's in rulership, man. And we know if Esau's in rulership, Jake is up next, man. You always got to bring out the fact that we up next, man, and Esau is in rulership. And at the same time, his rulership is falling apart, man. St. 69, man. Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that falleth, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Lord, this is edifying and feeds the lemon sheets of Yahweh Shem Abashai, man. Until you Akim Akwati, I say Shalom.